It also appears from what has been said that all creation is without succession, for succession is proper to motion. But creation is not a movement, nor the limit of motion like change. Therefore there is no succession in itself. Again, in every successive movement there is something intermediate between its extremes, because it is the middle to which the continuous movement comes first, rather than to the last. But between being and not being, which are as it were the extremes of creation, there can be no middle ground, so there is no succession there. Still, in every action in which there is a succession, it is necessary to have done before, as is proved in 6 of the physicists. But this cannot happen in creation, because in order for that to happen, which preceded the fact of the creature, it needed some subject, that it could not be the very creature of whose creation we are speaking, because it is not before the fact, nor even in the maker, for to be moved is not the act of the mover, but of the moved. It would therefore be left that what should be done would have as its subject some pre-existing matter of the fact. That is contrary to the principle of creation. It is therefore impossible for there to be succession in creation. Further, every successive action must be in time, for before and after are counted in motion in time. At the same time, time is divided, and motion, and that over which motion passes. This indeed is manifest in local motion, for in half the time the motion regularly passes through the medium of magnitude. Now the division in forms corresponding to the division of time is attended to according to intensity and relaxation, so that if something heats only in so much time, in less time it heats up less. According to this, therefore, there can be succession in motion or in any action, since that which is motion is divisible, or according to quantity, as in local motion and in growth, or according to intensity and remission, as in alteration. This second thing happens in 2 ways. In one way, because the form itself, which is the limit of motion, it is divisible according to intensity and relaxation, as is evident when something is moved to whiteness. In another way, because such a division occurs in dispositions to such a form, just as the successive occurrence of fire is due to a previous alteration in regard to the dispositions to form. Now the very substantial being of a creature is not divisible in the manner aforesaid, for substance does not receive more and less, nor in creation are dispositions preceded by matter not pre-existing, for disposition is on the part of matter. It therefore remains that there cannot be any succession in creation. Now the very substantial being of a creature is not divisible in the manner aforesaid, for substance does not receive more and less. Nor in creation are dispositions preceded by matter not pre-existing, for disposition is on the part of matter. It therefore remains that there cannot be any succession in creation. Now the very substantial being of a creature is not divisible in the manner aforesaid, for substance does not receive more and less. Nor in creation are dispositions preceded by matter not pre-existing, for disposition is on the part of matter. It therefore remains that there cannot be any succession in creation. In addition, succession in the formations of things results from the lack of matter, which is not properly arranged from the beginning for the reception of form. Whence, when the matter is already perfectly arranged for the form, it receives it in an instant. And from this it is that, because it is always transparent in its ultimate disposition to the light, it is immediately illuminated by the presence of light in the act, nor is any motion preceded on the illuminable side, but only a local motion on the illumining side, through which it becomes present. In creation, however, nothing is required on the part of matter, nor does the agent lack anything to act which comes to him later through motion, since he is immovable, as was shown in the first part of this work. It is therefore left that the creation is in the instant, hence something, while it is being created, is created at the same time, just as it is illuminated and is illuminated at the same time. And it is from this that the divine scripture pronounces the creation of things to be indivisible, saying, "In the beginning, God created heaven and earth." Basil's principle indeed explains the principle of time, which must be indivisible, as is proved in Physics 6.